bringing a lot of factors together, historical and contemporary, we can see that our challenge from Pakistan is not because of intrinsic capabilities of Pakistan, but it is because Pakistan has been able to find correct equations with external partners and supporters. Earlier it was United States, and it seems that even now it is United States, but certainly to a large extent it is China which has been backing Pakistan. So how does India address this Chakravyu or this nexus?
I think it, in some ways this has also been the perennial question for India, right? You go back to independence, post-independence period, and how Pakistan got embedded in the Western-led alliance framework,
Right.
and that made life difficult for India. And then, of course, it became a conduit for Nixon's outreach to China. So, in a sense, the US, Pakistan, China axis was the one that India grappled with post-independence during the Cold War. And as you mentioned, it might be coming back. Although structurally, I still think that a lot of the Pakistan issue at this point vis-a-vis the US is more tactical. That America and Trump in particular is using Pakistan, or seems to be using Pakistan, to achieve his goals vis-a-vis India, which are more related to trade, which are more related to getting a deal done with India. I don't think there is any great strategic convergence between Pakistan and the US, nor is there any great love lost in the broader polity of the US for Pakistan. But the question, of course, is that can India make use of the momentum that had been there in India-US relationship for the last few decades, since the 1990s, in fact. And particularly in the last 2 decades, I think we have seen with the nuclear deal, and then with Prime Minister Modi's very active engagement with the US on defense agreements, foundational agreements, etc. We have moved, remarkably close to the US. And as he mentioned in his speech to the US Congress, that hesitations of history were over. And in that sense, I think what he was signaling was that India, which was always hesitant in openly acknowledging America as a partner, has had no compunction under Prime Minister Modi to do that. But the challenge today is, in the age of Trump, can you do that? And do you think that Mr. Trump's tactics of using multiple pieces of leverage, whether it is Iran, Russia, Pakistan, he has thrown everything into the sink at the moment. Whether that will lead to a broader sense of pushback in the Indian public space. India is a democracy, and you cannot really have an outreach to the US if your public is not with you. So the optics look very difficult, and howsoever strategic it might be for India and the US to work together, and which it is in the long term, I don't think there is any other option for both countries if they want to preserve the existing balance of power in the Indo-Pacific, but to work together. But in the short term, if Mr. Trump continues to pester India by using Pakistan, then the pushback in Indian political system, in Indian public opinion, is going to be so strong that it is going to limit Modi's ability to maneuver, Prime Minister Modi's ability to maneuver, and I think that can be very, very difficult.